computer. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10 Minutes Astrology. Hey, happy Christmas and happy holiday for everyone. Hello, Rodolphe.
Happy Christmas. Hi. I hope everyone had a nice Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Sol
I know.
Invictus.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the holiday season for different people. They enjoy different holiday. For me, most important is a holiday and the day off, and you share this kind of, your love and your good wish for your friend, no matter what you call it, no matter what you call it. And we
Yes.
light up, and I hope the future is so interesting because also today we're going to talk about the fun-loving sign, moon in
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. So, Alejo, how do we delineate about the moon in Sagittarius? What does that mean?
So, what is their need? How can we imagine this person's childhood? Well, if it's Sagittarius, we can imagine that they felt loved when they were being adventurous, when they
Mm,
were being funny, when they were being lighthearted. It's like probably we can imagine a childhood in which they went out to explore the wilds, to the forest.
mm,
If they were living in a city, they were like the explorers in the neighborhood. And when they were coming back, their parents were not telling them, so bad you explored. They were telling them, oh, really? How amazing, how brave you are, how fantastic. What did you find
mm-hmm,
out? What do you know? What did you
mm,
learn? So they felt loved when they were expanding who they were, they were
mm,
going to an adventure. Also, it could be when they were being funny in the parties, they were bringing fun, they were bringing this kind of sense of life is joyful, life is lighthearted, life is you
mm,
just take life as an adventure as it comes. The other option would be that, and maybe it doesn't have to be exclusive. We can
mm-hmm,
imagine a childhood in which they were taught, what life is about, what are life
mm-hmm.
principles, what's life meaning. So they
Yes.
feel, they need to know. They need to know what they think. They need to know what they believe in. This is good deep.
Mm-hmm,
They need to know what they believe in. So this may be sometimes somewhat dogmatic people,
mm,
or sometimes they might be like very clear on what's right or wrong from them. What should be done,
mm,
what shouldn't be done. Like there might be this sense of justice and
mm-hmm,
fairness because they were raised. They felt they were being loved when they were being so truthful to their
mm-hmm.
values.
Yeah.
So as grown-ups, how will they react in a crisis or in a moment of transformation?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on a journey. This is the person who says, I don't know how to resolve my problem. I'm getting a holiday in the Bahamas. They go for a
And
party.
that
They
solve
go and get
problem?
drunk. Good, sorry.
Does that solve the problem?
I mean, it's the way they solve their problems. They just go away. They need to feel free again. They need to feel they're exploring. They need to feel they're expanding. So
Mm-hmm,
sometimes it's great because actually sometimes we make problems that are not so big. So if you just kind of a little bit more lighthearted, you just
mm-hmm.
navigate through them. But sometimes problems require commitment and work. And maybe for a moon in Sagittarius, this is not so
Yeah, not
their
easy
nature.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will say yes. It is very interesting. They are really light-hearted and fun-loving because this is the moon sign in a fire multiple sign. Fire take the action. Fire try to find the direction, and then the multiple sign trying to adopt and look into the future. So this kind of things is like they used to, they if they bring themselves if they bring the hope in their life, if they bring the dream or the vision in their life, they are kind of nurturing. They kind of
Mm.
nurturing from the future. So the things, if the things is like there's a hope and something, they will be so happy and so enjoy this kind of life that and moon in Sagittarius they living in the future. They planning for the future. So
Mm.
nothing can stop them. They will kind of they are just like they're like a ship shifter. They will keep adopting the future. They kind of, but I like what you say about that they are traveling because yes, this would be one key word. Doesn't matter they really have to go or not, whether traveling or or kind of experience something different with a different culture, or to go to increase their view of the world. That is a very, very Sagittarius thing, Sagittarius culture thing. And so for our world, or if they are allowed, and if their chart encourage them, or if their environment encourage them, they will go to explore the world. They will go as far as they can. But maybe if their chart has more inward planet, or their environment inspire them to more explore the inward, then that would be maybe they go into the like a culture, language, or philosophy, and that is another way to expand their vision.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
should
It's not
we?
about the physical journey.
Yep.
That's more a ninth house thing. It's
Yep.
more about the sense of expansion, which is
Yes.
Sagittarius, and the
Definitely.
quest for purpose, I would say.
Yes. Yes. Should we
Yeah.
look at a chart?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Today we are going to share chat about Neil Armstrong. This one go far enough, I think.
He expand exactly. Didn't he travel and expand his view of the world? Come on.
I bet that on this earth there's no one can probably burn him, I think.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
So far. So I choose a good example.
Totally moon in Sagittarius. In this case, it's also because you're
Yeah, I
using
use Placidus.
Placidus, so you take it in
If
the
you
eighth, right?
Yeah,
It
but
goes
if
into
you
the
take it
eighth.
in equal,
If I take it in equal, it would be in the seventh house. So I would say that it's his relationships that
yeah.
give him a sense of expansion and meaning and purpose. So maybe for him, his relationships are a quest,
Uh-huh.
for an adventure and a quest for meaning. And he sees relationships as an adventure. Yes, discovery
Mm,
who I am and who the other person is. Even if it's in the eighth house, because the eighth house is about intimacy also, and
yeah.
it's about what you share with important others. So even then, there is this quest for meaning in sharing with people that are
Yeah.
important for you, that you really care for.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting. This moon in the 25 degrees Sagittarius, and that is like very interesting. Has a square with the Venus. I have to. I hope Alejo don't mind if I go a little bit about this square, because I really like to know how people think about when if I have a client, they have the moon Venus square. I usually want them to describe what makes them feel comfortable,
Mm,
because this is a somehow read from the textbook. They usually say moon when the person has a moon square Venus, they don't easily to get very comfortable in their everyday's life. Their aim is get comfortable. Let me don't get them wrong. Their aim is get happy, comfortable, relaxing. But while chasing it, while making it happen, they get so many stress, and they get so many, like kind of a tension there. What do you think?
I think it makes sense because if you think about it, the Venus in Virgo is I value order, I value
Mm,
analysis, I value being cautious, and I
yes.
value being realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And Moon in Sagittarius, you said they need their vision. They're
Yeah.
focused in the future. Sagittarius
Mm-hmm.
is an optimistic sign. It's a sign
Mm-hmm.
of possibilities, not of the reality. It's a
Mm-hmm.
sign of vision of what could be, what could happen. So this person finds their needs, the sense of comfort comes when they are dreaming, when they're expanding. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, what they really enjoy is when they're when they see practical, real results.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a tension between these two planets. I also find it
Mm,
very interesting. I also find it very interesting that the moon is in Sagittarius
mm-hmm.
and Jupiter is in Cancer. Because Jupiter
Mm,
rules Sagittarius, the moon rules
yeah.
Cancer. We
Yeah.
talked about mutual reception, I think, in another
In
chapter,
Yep.
and how it means that it's like they are trying in each other. So there's again this sense of being at home when I'm expanding, when I'm growing, being, feeling safe when I'm going out of my comfort zone. This is what
Mm,
home means for him.
mm, yeah. it could be eventually home become a whole universe, that whole world, that
Yeah.
Jupiter in Cancer, and yes, it is very interesting. And I think Alejo is right. We should not ignore this mutual reception, although in some traditional view, they should have aspect to each other. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it's true. Yeah.
in the modern astrology, it's okay when the moon in Sagittarius but and ruled by Jupiter, when Jupiter in the Cancer ruled by moon, and there is a little bit exchange there. I think another of our friend Marcus Pratchett, he has his terminology. He call it what mutual in each other's favor rather than call mutual
In each other's
reception.
favor. Yeah, it's true. They
Yeah,
say
in
that.
each other's
The traditional astrologers. Yeah.
generosity. Yeah, in each other's generosity. So
Yeah.
they're kind of like working together in pair. So I think Jupiter expanded the moon's vision, and the moon over that Jupiter anchor at home, at the land or on the sea. Something in the core of their heart, and they feel secure, and that is very beautiful. Pair to working together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. So, well, I think it's very interesting to look at this chart because he someone goes to the moon, you can never compare with him.
Yeah, and I think it's so beautiful we're doing Moon in Sagittarius right after Christmas, even though we're already in Capricorn.
Yeah.
Christmas, I think, has a little flavor of Sagittarius, of meaning, of
Yeah.
purpose. So,
Yes, yes. And it's a festival feeling, no matter what,
yeah,
no matter
exactly.
you have it or not. But I think everyone is so joyful. And you have so many gather around. If you are in London that time, I will take you out for a drink. You will catch up with
Yeah,
friends. And usually that is the most busy time for astrologer. We have prepared for next year, but and we have like a lot of recording from different groups. Say, should we? Do you want to talk about next year? Yes, and then you also will hang around with your friends, say, let's go in there for a drink, let's go in there for food. So that this season drives me mad. I have a lot of work, lot of catching up, and lot of party.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is very
Okay.
Sagittarius again. It's like we refuse to go to Capricorn. It's like we want to stay in Sagittarius. Yeah.
Well, you know me. I have a Mars in Capricorn, and I
Yeah,
have a
it's
very
true.
boring life. I have a very boring life, so I can't wait to go to Capricorn season. So, and this is what we're going to talk about the next episode, right? Moon
Yes, Moon in Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay. Well, see you next time, and then wish everyone have a happy holiday, happy Christmas, happy New Year, or happy everything you enjoy. Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone.